There's something that I talk about a lot, and that is the sovereignty of imagination. Nobody can take that away from you, your sovereignty of mind. My name is Alexis Wright. I'm a writer and author of literary fiction and non-fiction. I've been a writer for 40 years, more than 40 years. I probably was a writer well before then. I did a lot of work, on communities, in our organisations. They always gave me the job of being the scribe, and the meetings would go on for hours. And coming from Queensland, where people speak a bit slower, I was able to do that. I had no interest in writing as a young woman. But what these elders were teaching me, these senior people in our world, was how to listen. Some of my major works are Praiseworthy, Carpentaria, the Swan Book. I think about questions about our world, not just our Indigenous world, but the planet, really. Carpentaria, for instance. That book, I was thinking about what is the right way to be, an Indigenous person. The characters in the book, the father, a traditional man, and he believes that, the country will take care of itself. The son in that novel is an activist. He feels the same as his father, but he feels that you might need to help country a little bit because things have changed in the modern world. The questions I was asking myself at the time was, what is the future of the planet? I was also thinking at that time was what was happening to us as Indigenous people with the type of government intervention policies. And I was thinking, in 100 years' time, what would the last Aboriginal person standing be like? I like to write with the sound of music, and it's something that we say a lot in country. We're of one heartbeat, and the heartbeat is the pulse of the country. And what does the pulse sound like? To me, it's a slow pulse. It's a steady pulse, and that's the pulse I hear in clapsticks and of women singing. And that's the type of music I was listening to when I was writing Praiseworthy. These people, after generations of dealing with the land theft criminals, like many others around the world, had turned themselves not into a tangled web of despair, but into some of the best fighters of all times. Do I have a favourite word? The main character in Praiseworthy, his favourite word is, he called his oldest son, Aboriginal sovereignty. The two words that he liked to say the most is Aboriginal sovereignty. The most important thing is to read and read widely. Think what the world needs you to write about. We're in an era now with so much happening to the planet that there's so many things that need to be written about, and they need to be big books that really think about what's happening in the world. I feel deeply honoured and really humbled to receive this award as Lifetime Achievement in Literature. I don't come from an environment of literature and books and published books. We didn't have that in my home. But what we did have was a great storytelling grandmother. I am deeply humbled by something like this. But I also want to say I'm not finished. I'm not finished yet. I've got a lot more writing to come.